we're good for another live. As you can see, feeling a bit better. A lot better actually, to be fair. My throat's still a little bit not happy, so I'll probably still sound a bit weird, but yeah, feeling far better than I was before. So time to head on out to collect this firewood that I was supposed to collect it already. Whew. Yeah, it's getting darker, but it's not super dark yet. So we're going to head on over here. You see, this is where the van's parked. Still at the top of Ivanhoe Beacon. Planning to shift in the morning. That'll be when I go. But over this way, to be fair, there's a couple of places where I could potentially go, but I think we're going to go down here. So be careful as I go on the road a little bit. This tree. Ooh. Hi Gracie, good to see you. Hope you're well. Thank you for the hearts. I assume that was you, unless it was somebody else, in which case thank that person. Oh, it's a bit cold, gotta admit. Let's see if I put my zoom out a bit, I think. Yeah, it'll be alright once I get into the trees, it's just that wind. But it does get quite a lot cooler in the evening still than you'd expect after such a warm day. It gets up into 20s in the daytime and gets really down to the single digits. It's a little bit crazy, to be honest. There's a path here. I mean, I just want to get to the next car parky bit, but yeah, we can walk through here. Not sure how the lighting will be inside. I think it'll be alright. Yeah, it looks a lot brighter on screen than it does in real life, I'll say that much. Hey, chilling outside, nice. And we have 1111 apparently saying hey, hey. Or are we calling you Hope? I don't know. Is Hope a better name for somebody other than 1111? Yeah, we'll go Hope unless that's wrong. Do correct me. Welcome to the chat. So we're going to just scoot to the right here now. This little tiny track. We don't have far to go, which is good because I've already done all the walking I need to today. Just got to check both ways, and we're good. Hey, not some people parked here. I wasn't sure if there'd be anybody or not. We actually have some people. Okay, now off the road, I can have a look at you guys. Yeah, thankfully I didn't really need the firewood as yet, even though I couldn't get out yesterday. Could have been quite bad if I had needed to do a fire. I think I had enough to do a very short burn, maybe for a few hours, but I had let the fire store get down a little bit low. And that's a lesson learned for future, which is don't let myself get too lazy with that, because you never know when a virus or a bug or whatever you want to call that is going to hit you, and you're going to need a day or two's worth of fuel. Yeah, there were times in the winter where I probably would have been really stuffed. Would have had to force myself to go to the shop and buy something. In the middle of that would not have been pleasant. Your internet is rubbish. Well, thankfully mine's not too bad up here, else it would be a problem. Whew. Can you tell, like, I'm out of breath just that walk? So while I feel a lot better than yesterday, I'm still nowhere near 100%. I think I'm good enough to do my work tomorrow, and I've got a fairly easy day of it, but it's probably going to take me a lot longer than it normally does. Right, so on the path here, there is somebody just behind that tree just there walking towards me, so we're going to go off piste here, and we're just going to go through here. Already some stuff we could potentially harvest, at least for the kindling. I want to get off the beaten path a little bit. there's just loads of stuff down in here. I walked through here to find Tim the other night, on the first night I arrived, and I was like, there is a lot of wood in here that I could just harvest. I mean, look at this, it's a treasure trove, that's what it is. I'm pretty sure people have been chopping it down anyway. I don't think I'm the first to have thought this. There's definitely been cuts on some of these bits, just smaller stuff though, albeit some of these seem to have been cut at bigger points. I mean, they're definitely cuts, so people have been having what they want. Yeah, like this could well make for some, I mean, it's not exactly seasoned. It's not bad, but it's not as seasoned as I would like. My spidey sense tells me that there has to be better than that around here. Ooh, walking through brambles. Oh. 5 days to your birthday. Woohoo! Oh, this one. What does this one look like? It's interesting having the cuts. Let's see the bottom part of this. Let's see what it's like. It doesn't really tell a story. Yeah, I mean, it's not as seasoned as some of the stuff I've had, but that's slightly better. I mean, these were definitely, oh, do you know what? These have definitely been chopped actually, so maybe somebody's been maintaining it in here. So this might have been legit maintenance of the area. They might have chopped these all off down at the same time. I mean, that's actually quite a nice piece. And look, the telltale here is it's been dead before they chopped it. That's what we're looking for, stuff like this. Yeah, that's nice. The bark is wanting to come off. If you can hear the difference. Yeah, that's a piece that's going. We're going to take this piece. But then that means that this tree that it's next to is quite likely the one we want. Yeah, not bad. No, that was not the one. That bit's part of it, I think. Yeah. So I think half of this tree was dead. So like there's this bit here. If you can see it, this one here, that looks like the most dead bit of there. And I think that branch that I liked is off this, but off a particular section. Yeah, I don't want to go too far. I don't want to run myself out. So we'll start off with that piece. And we'll go from here. Oh. So we'll just set up and we'll figure this out. Where to cut? I think this tree here is actually pretty usable for the cutting environment, so that'll work. Let's set you up here. I'm just going to keep you low. There we go. That'll do it. Hopefully that's pretty good. I think the lighting's pretty good for now. We might lose some light as we go, but we'll see. Alright. Mostly we need the saw. We might do a little bit of splitting. We'll see if we pick up anything that big. Alright. Okay. Just setting up the other device so I can see the the chat. There we go. You talking about your dad singing and dancing in the middle of the road last night? That's funny. Right, who else we got in? I think, is it just, oh, I've swiped, whoops. So let's go to all chat, and yeah, that'll do. Right. Oh, I've swiped it. Oh no. Oh, I hate this thing sometimes. That's right, the all messages is still on. It's just Gracie in so far in the chat. Okay. And that one person who said something and then has disappeared promptly. Right, we'll have the, hopefully that won't shake itself off the branch. I'm going to leave that there so I can see if any chat comes along. Oh, you all were. Fair enough. I'm going to be straight up honest, Gracie. I can see you trying to suggest that you were drinking with your parents, which I don't believe from prior conversations with you. So, other than in this respect, I'm going to choose not to acknowledge it when you say about stuff like that in the chat. But I would wish that you wouldn't talk about that, because even if it's true, it's not appropriate for you to talk about somebody underage drinking in the chat. That's not the best angle, to be fair. You guys can just about see me. Let's spin that a little bit better. There you go. Yeah, but you can't have a hangover today, unless you're talking about your mum and dad, in which case try to be specific and don't try to make it sound like it was you. Because I don't think you're doing that by accident. Hey, Damsel's in. Hi, Damsel. And Teddy. How are you, my man? As you can see, I'm feeling better today, guys. We will see how much soaring I can do, though. I'm definitely not back to 100% in terms of energy levels. Oh, that's some dense wood. Also, I think I need to start thinking about sharpening this. Yeah, this is not as sharp as it once was. I do have a sharpener. I'll get onto that this week. But that is a pretty, oh my head. Oh, that is a pretty, it's the bend down that gets me. It's not perfectly seasoned, I don't think, but it's pretty well seasoned. I'd call that semi-seasoned. Acceptable. Acceptable. Right, we're going to go the other side of the knot here, I think. Yeah, well, I like to come out a bit later when I'm doing this, so I don't have random people coming across me collecting up wood. It's just a little bit naughty, isn't it? Says the guy doing it on YouTube, for everyone to see. But no one's really scouring the internet to see for any incriminating activities. It's more that I don't want somebody walking along giving me grief while I'm doing it, to be honest. I don't think anyone really cares, but yeah, it's a bit cold out here. I'm guessing it's colder where you are, though. you're more north than I am. So how are you, Teddy and Damsel? That'll do. Right, this one's a pretty clean piece. I'm going to go shorter to make some kindling. I need lots of kindling. And we'll use the hatchet to split this down into nice little pieces. Hey, Ellie's in. Hi, Ellie. Oh, you're not late. I've only just really got started. Don't you worry. Lovely to have you here. Yeah, I'm a lot better, Ellie. A lot better. It was a very short-lived thing. I think it started when I was on stream the day before yesterday. A little bit. So by the end of that, I started to notice something wasn't quite right. And then, yeah, I knew it was a definite thing by the time I woke up in the morning. This really is some dense. I don't know what this is. Any guesses from you guys? Thank you, Shadul. Am I saying it right? Thank you very much. We try to be wholesome here. I think I need to get some light on. We're getting a bit dark. Oh, got an animal running across. I think that was, I'm not sure what that was actually. Not sure if that was a muntjac or potentially something else. Not really sure. Let's see. Hopefully that's decent enough. Hey. That works a treat. It's probably too bright to be fair actually. Let's turn it down a little bit. We don't need it quite that bright, do we? Yeah, that feels like a lot better. Oh, what have you been looking for, Ellie? Sorry, I've missed some chat here. Let me look. Oh, Fluffy's in. Hi, Fluffy. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing some heavy breathing tonight. And Mark's in. Hi, Mark. Oh, well, I was worse yesterday than I am today, so. My name is, says your dent's using a saw that size. You'll have to explain that one. I have to explain your theory on that. Oh, you're looking for your book to teach you how to crochet? Okay. I'm assuming whoever came in and said my choice of saw was a bit stupid has left us. Which is a shame. I always like a discussion on these things. I could learn something. You never know. They could be talking nonsense because they might not have thought it all through or understand what's going on. But they might have a smarter idea than me. And I do value that. I always listen out for good ideas. I have plenty of my own, but there are way more out there than I can have. So other people with experience can often teach me quite a lot. I learned some new stuff today, actually. I was talking to Fluffety, who by all counts is an amazing teacher and works at an amazing school. And I learned a few things, which is one, not all schools are the same to an extent I had not expected. Like, I thought that mainstream schools as a whole generally had to work to certain criteria and there were things they could and couldn't do. Potentially because of like Ofsted sort of regulations and guidance and stuff, I don't know. And I just assumed that all schools were roughly the same because they seem to be where I'm from, with the same sort of problems and shortfalls, the same kind of lack of new ideas and better ways of doing things. You know, slow to basically improve and understand that some children need things in different ways. But I've now learned that that's not true, and there are actually some schools out there who do things in much better ways. And that's really cool. That's really cool. That cheered me up. So yeah, been a day of learning a few new things, making new friends, getting to know Fluffety, but also getting to know the ice cream fan man. And he even gave me some free ice cream, which was really nice. I've had like a few from him this weekend because he's been there like every day since I've been here, since before I was here actually. So he was telling me their film crew took over the whole place on, I think Friday was it Thursday? On the day before I turned up, basically, I think. But yeah, or rather, the day I turned up, but like earlier in the day. That's what I mean. But he's a nice guy called Richard, and we got chatting. He's a very unique individual. I shall give him that. I learned a little bit of stuff about the ice cream business, and yeah, just a nice guy around. He literally wouldn't take the money off me for my last ice cream, and I thought, well, that's really nice of you. And we were chatting for ages, as you do. Yeah, yes, I have charmed him too, Fluffety, but I think you have more chance of getting a hug from me than he does. Let's say that much. CBA. I know what a CBA stands for. Shout someone to go and get you something. I'm jesting. Don't do that. Right. This is where it gets a bit tricky with a cut because I can't lean that on the floor anymore, so I have to hold it up. A bit frustrating. I'm sure it'll turn up, Ellie. When you stop looking and you least expect it, it'll just turn up. it'll have been put somewhere really random. Or we have some modded chat. Let's see who got modded. Teddy did. Oh, you got modded for Todger, I'm guessing. That's fine. No, I did not show him that. I think he was just happy to have someone to talk to. So interestingly, he doesn't have a phone. A bad experience when he was younger, basically. So he doesn't have a phone, and he doesn't really like have much with him to keep himself entertained while he's working on his ice cream van. So he'll be sitting there for customers, waiting for customers to turn up, with not much to do. I mean, he didn't even have the radio on, which surprised me. He had a magazine, which he didn't seem to be bothered to be looking at. So yeah, very unique individual in that respect. Because not many people I meet these days don't have a mobile phone. But yeah, I think he was just really happy to have someone to chat to. And you know me, I do love to have a natter. Oh dear. Hi Michael, good to see you. How are you, my friend? It's the good weather for us now, isn't it? Makes work all the better. But how have you been? I hope you're well. You could be right, Teddy, you could be right. He knew a lot of stuff, a lot of eclectic information. Yes, destined for the stove, Rafferty. This'll keep the buns warm. So I need more kindling. I'm pretty much out of kindling, which is basically just small wood that you need to be able to light from your firelighter before you get onto the really big stuff. So the logs for kindling I cut a bit shorter than so if you see where I'm cutting this one, you can see the kindling one. If I put that against the saw, you can see how it's going to end up being 2.5 inches shorter, I suppose. That's so it fits in between my sort of pipe work. That acts as a bit of a fire cage, really. It's obviously the pipe work for the water to go around to get heated, but it's good if the kindling can sit inside of that. I don't mind if the other logs are kind of not getting in between that as much. Oy, 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 oy. Certainly is lovely weather. Yes, it is. Yeah, I mean, it's just good. Hoo-hoo. That reminds me of a joke that absolutely cracked up some ladies in the pub when I was a bit younger. I say a bit younger. I was half as young as I am now, or twice as young, or half as old. They were talking about. That's it. They were laughing because they were passing around a photo of a guy, and the guy had a very big member, shall we say, and they were all laughing, and I was like, what are you guys laughing about? And these were slightly older, I mean, they were in their 30s or 40s, I don't know. So they were older than me, and I think they thought it'd be funny to try to embarrass me. So they go, what, do you want to have a look? I said, yeah, give us a look. And they panned it over expecting a like a like a like a reaction. And one of them said something, I can't remember what they said, but along the lines of you know, that mentioning about the size of his member. And I took one look at it, and without breaking breaking a smile, without hesitation, I sort of goes, oh yeah, I could make mine that longer. I'd say, now I'm saying worse. I said, oh yeah, I could make mine that long. I could just fold it in half. And they absolutely died. I just killed. They were just in fits of laughter for a good 5 minutes. And anytime I walked near them, there was some proper chuckles for the rest of the night as well. But I was just so smooth. It just came out. I don't even know where it came from. It's one of those moments where you kind of just have a moment of pure, really good humour. And I just went, oh yeah, I could make mine that big. Just fold it in half. Oh, that's it. She said, I bet you wish you had one that big. And that was it. That's what she said. And I said, oh yeah, I could make mine that big. And just fold it in half. And she's just absolutely died. And I'll never forget the reaction on her face. And then everybody else just around the table laughing. Because obviously we know it was nonsense, but it was just such a good one. Yeah, it was just such a good one. And I think it's this thing, to them, I'm a young lad, I should have been embarrassed, but as anyone knows, I don't really get embarrassed that easily. I'm more concerned with people being upset by what I do rather than me being embarrassed by what other people do. Funny how blue the sky looks in that video, but it's not that blue at all. You tripod, you. No, I'm certainly not a tripod. A tripod would be 3 of them, surely. That would be a monster, wouldn't it? If you had 3 of those things coming at you, you wouldn't know what to do. Well, I don't know. Some people would know what to do. But I have a feeling that you lovely ladies would not know what to do with 3 of them. No, I think Fluffy was definitely being serious. I think she was keen on the idea of a monster. Oh dear. Gracie with her mind in the gutters. I don't believe it. Yeah, it does look AI. I mean, to be honest, obviously cameras have filters, and they have all the software trying to enhance the pictures. It is not that blue back there. It really isn't. This is the hardest cut and the one that I have to really focus on because I've got very little wood left to cut, so it could slip. So I have to be ready to just it slipped then, so I have to be ready just to stop. Be very focused. Oh, might just put it on here like that. Ah, that's pretty good. There's enough ridges going along the trunk and this branch I'm cutting that. Oh, okay. I think I might just about have enough wood here. I am getting a bit tired. If those numbers are accurate, that's crazy. All right. Alright, let's see how much kindling we actually can make out of that. The bits that we cut for kindling, we'll see where we're at. Oh, that's not so good. That's supposed to be in that way as well. Right. Oh, legs. Oh, I see. Legs and a monster. That's the trouble. I see. Going straight over my head, Fluffy. You see, I'm too innocent, unlike you, obviously, and I don't know these things. Fluffy teaching me even more. Oh dear. Right. Let's see. Where can I chop? I could potentially just chop on this tree. Right, let's find the ones that were kindling. Here they are. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think that'll work. Just need to break that off out of the way. Okay. We'll need to move things around camera-wise and lighting-wise, I think, maybe. We'll see. Lighting might actually be okay. I think we'll be all right there. Yeah, I'll just up the lighting a little. And then add some in from the other side, and we'll be golden. Yeah. So next tool for the job. Oh, you're over there. So yeah, next tool for the job. Right. A bag to put it in. It's my kindling bag. I just need to get rid of this stuff off the floor that's in the way. See about some more lighting. Alright. And one more back here. Alright, there we go. Well, that's not going to work with the nettles down there. Trying to sting me when I pick it up, so okay. Yeah, that worked. Okay. Woohoo! We need a stick now. Ah, that one's good. Right. So basically, if need be, can hold it steady. Okay. When we get to the smaller part, there we go. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good kindling. That's really nice. Whoop! Didn't do anything with that cut. Let's do it properly. Thank you. bark off. We don't want the bark. Yeah. Oh, what's with that bit? Hit that bit and it's not going to go. Oh, there's a knot in there. That is not good. Oh, I've missed. I admit it's not the best thing to do in the low lighting. Oh, would you sit still? We got it done. There we go. Oh, let's check on the chat. I need to have a break. Don't like to lean over like that. Right, I've swiped. Right. Whew. We continue on. I don't know that we need the stick actually. Seem to be dealing with this okay. So, oh, that split, but the bark is holding it together. How annoying. Let's get the bark off. There's a bit of dampness under the bark. We'll probably have to dry these out a little bit. Nothing major though. Ooh, aye. All right. Oh. Oh, little monkey. I've just been off centre. I think that'll do. Oh, that one flew. We have it though. Right. Oh, you. Something just stung me. Keep my eyes peeled better for those nettles. Yeah, I think the 3 logs might do enough. Oh, he says. This thing bounces at me. Gotcha. I'll give it the welly. It's definitely not as dry as I'd like this bit. That one's not going to split any further, I don't think. I'd like it to, though. I'm going to give it one more try. Oh, it did. Nice. Nice. Oh, it doesn't help there's a knot there. It's not good. Right. Where's the other log? I haven't done all 3 yet, have I? I swear that was only 2 of them. Oh yeah, here's the 3rd one. Right in plain sight. Whew. Right. Oh, I need to give my back a little rest for a second. Alright, let's check on the chat. Yeah, it's pretty dark now. It's definitely the back end of twilight. I love how you guys are used to me not chatting at this point, so there's less chat going on in the stream. You're all just watching me suffer through the effort. Oh, that, I'll pull back on that one. Let's try that again. Whoa, what is with that? Wow, I'm gonna have to give this some. What the monkeys is that about? That's the kind of thing that's going to break an axe, or hatchet, I should say. Nice. I'm definitely going to split the big logs, seeing how dense and not quite fully seasoned this wood is. I feel like it's going to be a requirement to have that split so it'll actually burn reasonably well. Oh, you little monkey, that last one didn't split straight. Whatever, that'll do. Right. There we go. There's my bag. Right. Just fill up the kindling bag. Even reusing my plastics, you see. So I've bought kindling before and then reused a plastic bag from that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's enough for like probably the whole week, even if I had to do a fire every night. Happy with that. Whew, this is going to be difficult, I reckon. Oh. Oh. Yeah, it's bouncing a fair bit. It's not fun. I don't think putting it on the log like this is such a great idea, but it's better than having it on the floor. We make do with what we have. Oh, this one's going to be a beast. It's got knots in there. It's quite long, he says, and then snaps it right down the middle for a really good crack. Yeah, it's just the knot at the bottom that's holding it back. A couple of good whacks, and there we go. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Happy days. this is the end piece. Can we split this? Kind of. Somebody's bibbing at somebody over there. That'll be all right. It didn't split evenly, got a small and a big piece. Oh, that did the job. Swing the wood with it and boom. One hit in the same place. Did wonders. Yeah, we have plenty of wood here. I'm not worried about the quantity at all. Whoa, that bit's going to be difficult. He says and then smacks it like slightly off centre and it just splits. Right. It's not exactly split that well, but it'll be alright. Oi. Oi, oi, oi. That just bounced right out. Alright, it's not going to split that way. Okay. That's the way. Oh, okay. Yep. Job done. Ooh. What's going on in the middle of that? Oh, there's a nasty knot in the middle of that. That explains that. This one's a little one. I don't think I need to. It's very dry, that one. Same as this. I don't think I'll be splitting them. Or that one. This one I'll split. Nice. There we go. We have a big old stack. Oh. Let's put the saw away. Hey, Rosie's in. Hi, Rosie. I'm aware I'm not chatting with the chat so much right now. We'll get onto that a bit later. We're about done with wood collecting. We'll get back. We'll start the stove up. Use a bit of the wood. And then also you use the heat from that to dry some of this out, I think. This is a strap given to me by Lucas, a friend of mine. For those of you who don't know, he's another van lifer. And yeah, I think he got these from work. And he had a few. And he let me have some. And they're very useful. He brings me wood from work that he's chopped up, like wood basically. But really nice, chunky stuff. A good way just to transport a little bit of wood. There we go. That's our stack of firewood. And we have our bag of kindling. Excellente. So now we just have to get out of here. Right. So I'm really thankful I'm not too far from the van. Ooh. Right. Ooh. So, right, as I say, I'll catch up with the chat when we get back. For now, I will. Well, actually, I can probably try and chat a little bit as we walk back, but I have to be careful. Got to look where I'm going. You can get a bit hairy out there. I'm not looking at the floor, so I can't really light myself up that well. But I can see the chat at least. So while I can't show you my face that easily while I'm walking, I can look at the chat a little. I just need to excuse the sounds as I'm just sorting out the lighting. Right. I've got Tim messaging me on filming. I apologise if those noises are coming across on the audio. I've forgotten to put my filming sound profile on. But yeah, we leave it pretty much as we found it, except minus that one piece of wood. There we go. Rosie, whatever it is, you're not a burden. Remember, you're here to chat with us on the good and the bad days. I can't look back at the chat to see what's been spoken about, so you'll have to forgive me. Just trying to remember the way out. I think we're over here. Ooh. Oh. Whew. Oh, it's heavy in my arm. There's a little kind of animal track here, which I think will lead me to where I need to go. Just going to follow it. Oh, that's a lot on my arm. Okay, right, okay. Change of plan. Switch to the other arm. Ooh. Sorry, I realise you can't really see a huge amount. I'll change when we get back to the van, I promise. Whoa, is this the right way? Did I go over this tree? I don't feel like I did, but... Oh, I hope I'm not going further in. Either my sense of direction has got really bad, or I'm just slightly off, ever so slightly. And I think I came for over here, but that path would get me there, but it's just avoiding that. Like, yeah, here's another path. This is probably the one that I was on. Mm-hmm. Oh. Why does this not feel like the direction I came in? Problems. Problems. Getting covered in cobwebs and got problems. Okay. Let's have a little look at the map. Gonna cheat. Yeah, just go away. Yeah, whatever. Show me satellite view. No, I'm going in the right direction. Weird. Okay. Yeah, I keep veering to the right slightly. I think that's all it is. Just slightly. This is what I thought was going on, but I wasn't certain of it, so I wanted to be careful. I don't want to be walking myself into the wrong direction and making myself really tired. That's to be avoided. Just don't remember it being this awkward getting there. Oh, do you know what? This might have been the path then. I swear I was walking down a fairly reasonable path to get in there before. So, apologies. There we go. Have the camera a bit lower to let you see what's going on. So, I'm just going to go this way. I think the path I'm looking for is just up here. Where the... What? Oh, I feel really lost right now. I feel really, really lost. My sense of direction is all kaputted right now. I'm not liking this one bit. Just gonna go through here. I feel confident that this is roughly the right direction, but why do I feel like I'm going somewhere wrong again? Right, this shouldn't be that difficult at this point. I'm going to look at the map again to see what my progress looks like and if it's been lying to me about where I'm pointed. So, oh yeah, I need to go left, like way more left. I keep just going to the right. Like this would get me out if there was a way out, but the car park is not to my right anymore. It's sort of directly that way. Okay, I was going the wrong way. I keep veering far too much to the right. Okay. Getting lost. Fun days. Right. Okay. So somewhere up here to the right. Not there. What on earth? Where did I come in then? This is weird. It is very unnerving the way things look so different in the dark. I mean, I was in here in the dark the first time, but I wasn't necessarily paying that much attention. Is this a way out? Come on. Oh, brambles on the floor. Oh, I swear my phone's playing money beggars with me as well. You know, this is how people get lost in the woods. So in principle, I should have gone further that way. Why? Right. Okay, so I just have to keep going in that direction. Okay, I understand them. Right. I think I went the wrong way. back to where the trees were. Right. Okay, I'm pretty sure I walked the complete wrong way. Right. Let's try this again. I think I need to go that way. Okay. Ooh. Don't know how that happened really. I'm just gonna go over this. Oh, my arm's getting tired. I should be halfway back already and I'm not. Oh, I need to have a break. All right, through this, there you go. I went through the middle of this. I recall now. I think, I don't know. Oh, all right, check the map again. Update my position. Yeah, okay. Need to go to the right now. I'm going to go to the right of the trees. Okay. Oh. I think through here might be the number. This is where often I have the spotlight one that you guys see, and it helps me see ahead and know where I'm going to, and I can only see the immediate vicinity. There we go. And so now only as I get onto it can I see the main path. Here we go. This is the main path. Whoa, crisis averted. Oh, is Matt back in bugging Rosie? Matt, if you don't leave Rosie alone, I will ban you from the channel. You're being disrespectful. That's your only warning. Don't ask me how. You're being disrespectful. If you can't work that out yourself, you can't be here anyway. He's been more than disrespectful. I'm guessing I haven't seen some of the chat. Let me see. What's Matt been saying? Yeah, okay, Matt's gone. Bye, Matt. Sorry, guys. Should have caught that earlier. Oh. Won't be having that sort of nonsense in here. Whew. Yeah, apologies, Rosie, and anyone else who was offended by that guy. There are some wrong uns out there. Oh. We've still got one vehicle parked here. There's some over there in the distance on the car park further down. It's surprising how many people park in these areas for so long. I can tell you now, the car park I'm parked in will have plenty of people there still and be very busy. Oh, I forgot how heavy wood can be, and I'm feeling it today because I've got no energy. Oh, that is difficult. I have to keep changing arms, different muscles working. Well, not all people are going to be kind. Some are going to be rude like that. The key is to stick around the people who are kind. It's as straightforward as that. You just have to do your best with trying to hunt down the kind people. Give them your time. Sometimes it doesn't feel like you can do that because the people that are around you, who you feel like a duty to spend the time with, aren't necessarily the kindest. And yes, I am talking about family. They can be unkind sometimes. In those cases, you just have to talk to them and hope that they can hear you. And if not, well, at some point in your life, you will be able to at least separate yourself enough that you don't have to let it affect you too negatively, but give them a chance to potentially be nice again. Of course, every situation is different. Whoa. Switch of arms again. All right. Oh, you didn't have a good day at work? I'm sorry to hear that, Rosie. Was it tough? Oi. Oh no, that is time to have a little break for a second. Right, I don't know if I'll be able to actually spin this and show you my face. Yeah, you can see me away. I look dark and spooky, but oh, my arms are shredded. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Rosie. I mean, don't be too embarrassed. Things like that happen. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, new day tomorrow, like Fluffy says. Trying to tell you the spooky story. Whoa. Dear. I'll never forget that when we had like the night before Halloween or something, it was like last year, and it was the first night Chuck was in, and we had all the stories going on, but some people got wound up by them because they were fictitious stories, but some people were trying to pawn off some of them as like factual, and there was some people getting a bit upset. But I was having just like, everyone just relax, have some good humour about it. Oh, thank you, Rosie. I'm not 100% better, to be honest. Hence, I'm having to stop with this. That is brutal. I feel my energy is just going. Needs like rest up in between runs with this. It's not even that much wood. I was really sensible, and I only took about half as much wood as I normally do. I still feel like it was too much. Right, let's spin this around. Put the light back out in front. Oh. Let's keep moving. At least 2/3 of the way back to the van, I reckon. I can see lights from the car park already. So I can't wait to sit down and just relax for a bit. Oh, I can't believe we're going for over an hour already. Here we go, so here's the car park. Told you, there's cars here. Still going. So the other side of the beacon, even you can see here, you can see the lights in the distance. I don't know if you can make them out. Yeah, you can make them out. So beyond the cars here, you can see like the car lights close by, but just in the middle there, in the distance, I guess that's, I don't know what town that is. There's a town over there. I'm trying to think what that would be. Would that be, I don't think it'd be Tring. It could be Aylesbury, something like that. Not sure. Right. Oh. 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 Got to walk through everybody who's hanging around. We get funny looks. Still a lovely view out there. Here we are, back to the van. Casa del Mole. Hooey. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Oh. There you go, you can even get some decent lighting now from the fact that it's reflecting off the van. Right. Oh. Right. Let's use the lighting. Hooey. Right, grab the wood up and we're good to go. Oh yeah, all done. Right. Yeah, I thought I wasn't getting out of the wood at one point as well, I'm going to be honest. I mean, worst case scenario, I just have to end the stream and actually focus on what I'm doing. But like, yeah, I definitely was mildly concerned at a point. Ooh, ooh. Well, excuse me, I've got so hot now. I can't wear this inside. This is more for outside. And it's quite warm in the van still. So we're going to try this without making loads of noise on the stream, but I apologise if there is. There we go. Oh, yeah, I'm very puffy, if you know what I mean, with my breath. I'm like out of breath constantly. This is what happens when you've been poorly. It kind of knocks you for six like that. But making sure I'm hydrating plenty. Big key to making myself feel better. Right, let's get the light on over here. And try to organise things a little bit. You guys can see from over there. Oh, my hair is a sweaty mess, but we put up with it, whatever. Right. Well, whew. Okay, so I'll get the glasses off, don't need them on anymore. Get my slippers on and I'll be back with you. 1 second. Whoa. So it was perfect drying weather today. I did dry all my clothes, but before heading out I hung them up here, so I will quickly just get these sorted so it's not in shot, because I think that's not a particularly pleasant backdrop for a video. Whew. Riveting stuff. Riveting stuff, I know. Oi. Oh. I don't know. Maybe can I just put this somewhere? I don't know. I don't really want to put it outside. It'll get damp again. I could have put it in the little room, I suppose, but I'll just get rid of it. It won't take long, and then I will get onto the chat. Well, I'm not going to put the stove on now. I can say that much, actually. It might go on later. I need to cool down first. I'm hot and sweaty. I'm a sweaty Betty right now. Yeah, even though I couldn't get out and do big walks or anything today, I did make the most of my time, and I did get loads of washing done, as you can see, and this wasn't even all of it, to be honest. I got like loads of t-shirts and stuff done, shirts as well. I did almost everything. I'd kind of let it get a bit too much, and I was like, oh my lord, there's so much to do. But actually, yeah, just got it all done. It was a very productive day all around, really. For a day when I thought I was going to be laid up in bed again, because I honestly thought even if I was feeling better today, I wouldn't have any energy. I'm quite impressed how quickly I've bounced back from that. I was worried it was going to be something particularly bad and I'd be out of action for like a week, because that's happened before where if I felt that bad that quick, you just like have a few days of absolutely destroyed, and then even though you're feeling better, you just take the rest of the week to kind of build your energy up and be able to do anything. All right. Charge up my secondary device sometime before I forget. All right. Ooh, yeah. I'm all good. Oh. Let's get you guys in a bit closer so I can read that bit easier. Oh, my hair's a mess. It's not been particularly good today. Oh, I got all sweaty then. Oh. I need to cut it as well. To be honest, it's been a minute. Oh. Right. That'll do. I have to put up with me looking grim. So I need to see. I like that, Rosie. Always with the humour. Domestic god. What on earth? Flufferty. I'm just going to go back over some of the chat. You ladies have been talking amongst yourselves. Hi, Wayne. I've just seen you. To be honest, it wasn't that cold out there. As you can see, I'm sweating. I'm sweating bullets. It's warm enough in here. Oh. It's just a bit cooler out there. Normally I'd be all right, but I just don't have the energy reserves. I don't know if anyone here knows about brown adipose, but I'm pretty sure basically my body burnt through all of its reserves at the start of this thing, and then hasn't managed to build that back up. So yeah, I've been lacking a little bit of that, and it just means that I can't build up my internal temperature that well. So I'm kind of susceptible to a little bit of cold outside. Oh, my head's all itchy. I need to have a shower off this. Yeah. Right, so we had a modded bit. Oh, we had that Willis Beard person back in, but saying something really bad, which we don't like. Let's see. Oh, there's only the one comment, so we don't need to mod that person, thankfully. That van is massive, says Hot Peck. I don't know. It is, yeah. For a 3.5 ton van, it's almost as big as they come. I think there's only one version and a maxi mover people do that is bigger than this in terms of volume. Yeah. And I was quite happy to get this one because obviously, size matters when you put in a family of 4 in it anyway. And this was built for a family of 4. So, yeah. I mean, I have thoughts of readjusting it now so that it's more built for different scenarios. So, something I don't really talk about on the stream, and I think I will today. I don't know why, but I feel like talking about this today. But you guys have only seen this van since I already did some changes. So the sofa that I'm sitting on, as you all know, turns into my bed. But this was not originally my bed. And it also only ever stayed as a single. Now it can turn into either a single or a double, depending on need. But when it was first built, this was only ever a single, and my bed would be over there, basically a mattress on the floor. So I'd put the table out and sweep the floor, put a sheet down, and then put the mattress down, and then I'd have basically a mattress on the floor, and then the 2 boys had their rooms, because for probably half our marriage. I don't know if it's quite that long. I can't remember exactly. I'm not very good with timing on this, but I think it's about that. But about half our marriage, me and my ex slept in separate rooms, and so when I built the van, it was expected that we weren't going to share a bed and that we'd have separate beds. Which obviously, once she moved out, that was no longer required, and so I decided to get rid of that part of it and have just this bed. But I also thought worth being able to turn this into a double, just in case I do ever meet anybody and I want to have them come and stay with me anytime. A double bed would be useful. But you guys have never seen it in the old format where it had like curtains everywhere to be able to kind of close it off into separate rooms. So you could essentially turn this place into 5 very distinct separate rooms, the kitchen and then 4 bedrooms. Yeah, and that was a very interesting build, which is why there were weird gaps. So you can sort of, if you sort of see just here, it's hard to show it realistically, but you can sort of see between the high store in the kitchen and then the bit where the stove is, there's no gap. But then here there's a gap, and that's because the curtain would run along this bit here. I'm trying to do this. So how do I do this? This is mirrored and all sorts of. So along this bit here, and then another one would run along this bit to the other side. So yeah, it was, and it had different bits and pieces at the top and all sorts. So yeah, it's gone through a few changes, this van. It's gone through a few changes. Yeah, for a family 4 and all the wood. Yeah. Hi, Kat. Good to see you. It's been a while since you've actually made it to a stream, I think, hasn't it? It's good to see you. Hope you're well. What was that? Well, yeah, the boys had to have their own rooms for privacy. That's right, Rosie. Yeah. So Henry has the room above the cab. Then Ethan has the one that's above me. And obviously they can close theirs off with their curtains. And for them, when they first moved in, it was fantastic. To them, it was these little dens. And I called them their dens rather than their rooms. I said, I built you boys some dens. And they had the little cubby holes and stuff in place. And they loved the fact that I'd thought through every little thing of like where they could have stuff. They're like, but where are we going to put all our bits and pieces? So, well, look, Henry, look, here's where you're going to put all your like nighttime friends, and here's where you can put all your stuff that you keep, and then you've got your drawer here, so they have their own drawers and they had their own little pockets on the walls, and I'd be like, this is yours, this is yours. They loved it. They absolutely loved it, and they thought their own little space, own little world, and they were allowed to do what they wanted on the walls. So if they wanted to draw on the walls, they go, what, we can draw on the walls? I said, yeah, just do what you want in there. It's your room. If you want to scribble something on there, if you want to draw a picture, you want to stick some stickers on there, it's your room. You do what you want with it. I'm not like one of them parents who thinks the kids' room's got to be all pristine. I'm like, no, you do you do what you want with it. Yeah, and you're right, Fluffy. Kids love it then. And yeah, and they loved these rooms more than their actual. So when we were at the house, they started off having separate rooms, but very soon they wanted the same room. They didn't like to sleep separately, so we let them have the same room. And the issue with that was then they'd get up to stuff and not get to sleep too quickly, and you had to kind of be hot on them with that. I was to keep each other up all night long, or at least way into the evening past where they should be. And the mum would get stressed about it, and there was talks about putting dividers in so that at least they couldn't see each other. And I was like, I don't know how much that's going to help. But this was kind of ideal because then they could feel like they were in the same space as you, but yet have enough privacy. And yeah, you have to be quiet while they're falling asleep. But my boys are just like me. Once they're asleep, they're asleep. And yeah, they loved it. They absolutely loved it. But yeah, the privacy was a big thing, which is why there's a lot of things in the van where I'm trying to use the same volume of space for several different things. The more things you can use for that space, the better. So like down here, it's like living space in the daytime, bedroom space in the nighttime. But their spaces had to stay their spaces the whole time. There was no like, oh, I can use their space for something in the day and then just flip open a bedroom at night, because they needed that area to go to that's just theirs. Very important for young lads growing up. That. Oh, you're making a chain so far. That sounds cool, Ellie. What is your ultimate goal with your crochet? What are you trying to actually make? You won't let your kids paint on the wall unless it's washable. Well, the thing is, I could have always repainted over if I wanted to. But I was like, no, you can stick what you want on there. It's your room. I ain't even going to go in there unless I absolutely have to. And I do go in their rooms to kind of fix things up and to repair things or anything like that. Like I installed, the last thing I did in Henry's room was install an extension on the hot water system where the water gets pumped around. I extended it up from the point just below where his room is. I drilled a hole through. And essentially the hot water pipes now go into his room and create a little radiator against one wall, just like some copper pipe, creating like a very minimal radiator kind of effect, so that it just keeps it warm in there so that we don't get any condensation issues, because it has a tendency to be like a dead spot for any air movement, and air movement is a killer when we're talking about condensation and damp spots and stuff. So yeah, that was the last thing I did up in his room. And I do need to go back up and actually sort out some of his cork on his walls that has been dropping off. That's been a problem as well, because the polystyrene is a pain that's behind it. Yeah, we all need a bit of space. I mean, one of the things that helped me having space was having my shed at the allotment. You guys have seen that, and how amped I am whenever I'm down there, because I love that space. That's like my proper personal space. It's just mine. Didn't build it for anyone but me. And yeah, while I don't mind sharing it with people, it is just my space. Like, my dad's seen it and been like, "Well, didn't do a very good job in here," and I'm like, "Oh, cheers!" Like, you know, because he's got a big workshop that he spent thousands on, roped in like all different help with it as well, and you know, it's done to a pretty high spec. And I'm like, yeah. And I spent almost nothing on mine because mine's all found materials, and mine also didn't need to be a huge workshop with like masses of all this stuff going on. So like, it's not the same project at all. And yeah, but that's my dad for you. He'll pick it apart. But for me, I was like, yeah, you know, first proper build, built it all on my own, not even any help from anybody, not even anyone to help me hold the frame up when I was doing the frame fit. That was fun times. That thing kept wanting to fall down. I kept finding ways to fix it all around. Yeah, making it up as I went along. You remember your brother and you had bunk beds? Oh, and he didn't have shelves or drawers, so I only put it all with him and sorted it. So me and my brother used to have bunk beds. My sister had what's called a cabin bed, where she would sleep on top of it, and the below part had like a desk and sort of like wardrobe and drawers and stuff. And what was really cool is under the desk, where you kind of like your legs would go if you were sitting at the desk, it kind of went through, and then behind that there was a massive kind of like den, essentially, for want of a better word, like sort of not very wide, you know, half the width of the bed basically, and just sort of not tall enough. No, it was tall enough just about for a little kid to stand up in, but not for an adult. And you had, because there was this tiny little crawl space to get through into it, it was really cool. And obviously it's as long as the bed, so it was a pretty decent space. And you used to love hiding in there doing all sorts of stuff. Oh well, you've turned the cat, you've turned the den into storage. I don't know about that. Yeah, I used to do like pillow forts and stuff like that when I was younger, and like blanket forts and things, and then upgraded to like cardboard dens before eventually being given an actual garden shed to use as like a den. And I did all sorts of that. I used pallets to like build stuff inside, and extra platforms and things. I was always a bit of a builder, just like thinking outside the box and what I wanted to do. Small spaces freak you out, Fluffy? Oh dear. I How would you be in a space like my van? Is that too small or is that all right? That's the question in it. Oh dear. No, I don't mind small space. I don't like. I wouldn't want to be in something where I don't feel like I can move. I don't like that. But yeah, there's something about small spaces that can be quite fun for kids. Like I find Henry's and Ethan's. Ethan's isn't too bad because the whole side is kind of open up, um, and it does have a feeling of being bigger. Henry's one, I mean, I'd be okay to sleep in there, but yeah, it's a little bit small and oppressive. Like if I stayed in there for long periods of time, it would affect you mentally. This is one of the reasons why I went for a van with a very high roof, because I'm aware that if I had a roof that was only like say 7 foot tall and just like was like within like, I guess, well, within a foot of me, don't know what that looks like in there, but yeah, probably like about here. Then I would like basically by the time I put the insulation on and stuff like that, it would be less than 7 foot. So I'd have less than 12 inches between my noggin and the roof. And while I wouldn't ever hit it, I would constantly be kind of like putting my head down, feeling like I'm going to hit it. And even if, and the only time it wouldn't feel like oppressive would be when I'm sat down somewhere. But that over time kind of, wears you out psychologically. You're more than welcome to find out, Fluffity. Teddy saying, Marley and Fluffy are vibing. You know me, I'm always vibing, Teddy. What would we love about your childhood home, Rosie? Oh, cat's off. You take care, cat. It was nice to have you in. Sorry I didn't chat to you too much. I was definitely struggling earlier. Yeah, I imagine you're quite busy with your. Are you still quite busy with your channel, Cat? Because you have loads of subscribers, so I shoot, and you put out a fair. Mind you, that said, I don't know if I've seen so much lately, but I don't know because I haven't really been on YouTube quite as much. But you're still banging out all them really funny shorts. Cat's quite smart with his shorts. He figures out how to get the algorithm to work for him. But then again, he's young, so he's got his finger on the pulse. Me, not so much. I just do my own thing. Oh, Ellie's off. Bye, Ellie. Night night. Yeah, you're amazing too. Remember. So your child home is 7 floors, but all of them are boarded up by were boarded up by your mum. What do you mean by boarded up? Like in my mind, that means closed off. But if you closed off everything, then you're not really using it, and it's not really a home. Hmm. Right. She locked them, so me and my. Yeah, but hold on. You had to go somewhere though. She locked all the floors. Where did you go? Do you mean all but your bedroom or something? I don't understand. Is it because? Oh, you said. Did I hear you say it was haunted? Is that why she was scared of all the ghosts? Oh dear. 7 floors is a big house though as well. Whew, I'd get lost in something like that big. Gonna be honest. Oh, Smiling was in. Sorry, Smiling. I've just spotted you. I've just gone back up. Hi, Smiling. Hope you're well. Yeah. Oh, that's plenty of space. To be fair, living room, kitchen, and a bedroom. Boom. I mean, you're talking to a guy who lives in a van, so I find this funny. I like more than once when meeting somebody new, whether it be somebody I'm dating or just somebody I've met, um, and I'm going to their home for the first time, and they'll say something like, "Oh, excuse, like my home, it's a bit like this, that, or the other." And quite often they're trying to excuse the fact that it's a bit like small or cluttered or something. And without a doubt, without fail, it is bigger than my home, but it's also more cluttered than my home. So like it's just an absolute, that's how it's going to be. Like I don't think I've ever seen anyone like have their home quite as well organized as mine. And you know, I'm one of those people, everything has a place and everything, and yeah, there's a place for everything and everything in its place. That's how I like things, which used to frustrate me when living with my ex and my boys, because they did not live by that standard at all. And so I started to understand what my mum used to moan about when I was younger, because I was known as the hurricane that would leave a trail of mess behind me. And I don't know when that changed, but there was a point where I just became organised, and I wasn't that organised when I was younger. So yeah, not that every bit in here is organised. I have a drawer or two where I'm like, I need to get around to organising that again. See, I don't believe for a second you've got a little house, Fluffity. I not compared to my van, anyway. I have found it funny though. It's yeah, just it has been said, and I'm just like, what on earth? Like, if you basically, I don't think they do even flats as small as my van. So, you know, it just seems like a really random thing to say to somebody when you've seen my home and you've been in here and you go, oh yeah, excuse my flat, it's a little bit small, so like and I'm like, what are you talking about? But the thing is, they haven't utilised the space in the same way I have. So, you know, they'll they'll have a bedroom area and they'll have a living room area, and they won't afford to like combine the two, make each space massive, but just reutilize it for days versus night. Um, and to be honest, a lot of people like they don't see the value in that actually, but I do. Like for the sake of the 5 minutes it takes me to turn the sofa into a bed or a bed into a sofa, and a couple other bits and pieces that like have in the past need to be changed in the room to make it from bedroom to living room. I mean, it's well worth the effort to then just maximise the amount of space. So yeah, I just think like you could take a studio flat and essentially treat it like a one bedroom, because you could have a huge bedroom that is in a huge living room, like to use for that, which you could then turn into a huge dining room to use for that. I mean, it's totally possible, which is just mind-boggling that somebody would rather spend out like a way lot more money per month for a bigger place that could then just have those spaces as a separate entity. My mind just goes, what are you doing? What are you doing? I like that. If we're comparing, maybe I have more space. We can talk square footage if you want. I am certain that you have more square footage than me. You'll have more square footage in your garden than I have in my house. Let alone, like you'll have more square footage in your largest room in your house than I do in my whole house. So, yeah, just don't even try it, Fluffity. Mind you, you got a bigger family living in yours, so it makes sense. Yeah, I think one of the issues is it's just the envy, isn't it? Sort of the green-eyed monster, making us want to have more than the other people, or to have enough that people might be jealous of us, or at least not look down at what you've got. But I think if someone's going to look down on what you've got, jog on. That's my philosophy on that. Is if somebody's out there looks at me as a van life and says, like don't think much of him because he lives in a van. I'm like, well, you've been judgmental, not curious. So you're not my kind of person. I wouldn't want to know you anyway. So their opinion doesn't really matter to me. Whereas somebody comes up and they're curious and they want to ask questions, like the ice cream van man, or Richard, he's asking me questions. He's curious, and yeah, I'll get on with something like that, no problem. That's a strange thing there, Rosie. You're talking about the house being locked up. Yeah, I've got to admit, it's yeah, we don't always have the fondest memories of places we're going up. Yep, that's true, Fluffy. Smaller spaces, less to clean. That is one of the things that was a selling point when I was talking my ex into trying van life. Had to talk her into it, as you can imagine. Um, but she was willing to give it a try when she realised all of the benefits. Because there was talk about like how much each of us would need to work and stuff like that to put away whatever savings we wanted, and she realised very quickly that if we did something like this, we wouldn't need to earn as much, and therefore we could both have more time with the kids, which has always been an important thing to both of us. We've always seen eye to eye on that. Quality time over a big bank account. Now, another one that she was really happy with is the smaller space, meaning less cleaning, because while I'm the cook, she was the cleaner. Not that I wouldn't help with cleaning, because then it was at some point expected that I'm supposed to help. But yeah, I mean, so the garden was always my domain. I had to take care of everything out there, and then I cooked, and I had to take care of the garage as well. That was entirely me for some reason, and so was the car. The car, like even though the car was her car and registered in her name and everything like that, the car was my prerogative to make sure it was maintained and cleaned. Yeah, but she cleaned the house, which I guess, and then she did the washing up most of the time as well. And then I was the cook, and so this is how we divided the labour. And yeah, when she figured out, oh, hold on, I don't have a whole house to clean, I only have a small place to clean. That'll actually be quite nice. I was like, yeah, so you'll have less. We'll need less money to pay bills. There'll be less cleaning to do. It'll be pretty sweet, won't it? And these all things all added up, and she's like, okay, we'll give this a try. That was a big selling point, the lack of cleaning. That was, and it still is for me. I just feel like it's a bit like that, having lots of clothes and stuff. It's like, why go to the trouble of like cleaning loads and loads of clothes constantly and picking loads and loads of clothes when you can keep it pretty simple. Um, Hey, Cole. Hi, Cole. Good to see you. How have you been, my friend? Your earliest I thought you meant memory then, but member I know of is from 1842. Really? Well, I mean, I don't know anyone even that far back. I'm going to be honest. I know of like my nan and my nan and Ivan, basically. I don't even know who Grandad was. I just know that my nan was married to a man called Ivan, and we had Nan and Ivan when I was growing up. Um, and Yeah, my dad's told me about his dad, and I can't quite remember his name, um, but I either didn't ever know him or know him very well. Um, and then my my mum's parents, I don't think I ever really knew. I mean, I think her mum was about when I was very tiny, like a little baby, but that was it really. Um, yeah. So, but I don't really know any family history. I don't know any like of the bloodline or any of the history going back. It's not my family's never been that big on that, and it's not something I've ever been that curious about. To be fair, I'm more of like look to the future, plan ahead, that sort of thing. And there was me thinking you just kept it nice and minimal, Fluffy. Just the bare minimum. Oh dear. What is he saying? The first woman always in the generation had to keep a diary and write about the family. That's how. Really, that's a really cool tradition. I quite like that. So it feels like the women in your family have been. I don't know what the word I'm looking for here is, but like important basically. We have an Ingrid Wolfin saying, "Hey, camping, nice to see. Nice to see you, Ingrid. Have you been here before, Ingrid? I do apologise if you haven't. I've forgotten. I'm anything but a still trap here sometimes." Fluffy saying, or have you still got those diaries? Yeah, that would be interesting, wouldn't it, Fluffy? What's this? Oh dear. Ah, fair enough. That sounds a bit like the traveller communities in a way. the traveller people that I've met are very orientated towards the traditional male female roles, which is quite interesting. What did you miss? Just me basically going out collecting some firewood. You have not missed much. Yeah, Ellie, I thought you. Yeah, it's well past your bedtime, Ellie. What are you doing with us still? You're going to be in trouble. Your mum and dad are going to be hunting you down in a minute. And we have an Anna in the chat, just saying something in what looks like Egyptian hieroglyphics, from all I can tell. That's crazy. But hello, I guess. Yeah, I guessed as much, Ellie. Oh dear. Rosie wasn't wrong. Your teacher's going to be asking you, like, would you get the homework done like tomorrow? And you'll be like, nah, I was too busy watching Molly. Cole's saying, I'm wearing glasses now. I hate them. They make me look chopped. What does look chopped mean? I mean, I wear glasses, Cole. Have you seen me with my glasses on? They're just here. Well, yeah. I actually have two pairs because, went to Specsavers, didn't I? And yeah, I have one pair which sit on me quite comfortably and a bit better for sports. They kind of like, they hold on a bit tighter. And if I feel like going with a different style, who wants to see with my other glasses on? I will go get them and put them on if you're interested in seeing. Oh, you got an eye test on Saturday coming up as well. Oh, yeah. So I can read fine, but just if I'm reading distance, like when I was at school, I like my eyes had to compensate, and then it would give me headaches. So then, because I've got astigmatism. But yeah, it's something like the optician was like, when I last went there, they were like, "Do you wear them all the time?" I was like, "Nah, just when I'm doing something long distance." He went, "Oh, you're supposed to wear them all the time." I said, "Well, I ain't doing that, because if I wear them when I'm doing something like close quarters like this, it starts to make my head feel weird." He's like, "Oh, it shouldn't do that. Like, have you tried just keeping them on for a while?" I said, "Yeah, the longer I keep them on, the more uncomfortable I start to feel, until like it becomes like a real, I just need to take them off." And he's like, "Oh, okay, well, if you need to do that, just do that then." Hello. All right. We've got everyone wanting to see. Okay, right. So these are what I wear if I'm going to go play sport, and yeah, they look a little bit different. I think they look good though. If I want to look, you know, a bit on the smarter side. Can I get some better lighting? Hold on. There you go. There you have it. A little bit different to the usual ones. So yeah, some days I prefer these, some days I don't. Yeah, these are literally just for the distance stuff. And it has progressively got slightly worse over the years, to be fair. But it's still not like a massive prescription, to be fair. I mean, you can sort of see if you ever look, you can tell how big someone's prescription is. If you look at the line where their cheek goes and disappears above it, if there's a big shift and there's like a gap, then you know that the prescription's quite heavy. But you see mine, there's not much of a gap. Only if I get to like about that sort of angle can you really see much of one. But like at any sort of other angle, you can sort of see it doesn't really change my position that much. Yeah, the Fluffy's got this. These, I always think that when I wear ones with more of a rim, these they make me look more intelligent. They give me the boffin look. I like, yeah, nerd days. I now know more things because I have these on my face. So yeah, these are the they're just they're what I call my sports glasses, because they kind of grip on a bit better and they stay up here and they don't want to slide, and that's partly because of these bits here, just to really a good material. But I do like the look of them. I pick them so they look good. So like if I'm going down to London for something smart or something, and I want to look smart, then I might put these on just to change my appearance and like shake things up a little bit. But yeah, I don't mind glasses. It's about finding the right ones, Cole. That's all it is. That's all it is, Cole. Find the right pair that you feel comfortable and confident in. So it's worth looking around and trying to find the right ones for sure. That's an important bit of it. So yeah, just for reading, you say, eh? Okay, so I think my eyes have had pretty well to get to 50 without. Yeah, I mean that's pretty good going, to be honest. Thankfully, I don't need reading glasses yet. I can read. You put something in front of me, I'll read it no problem. But then again, I'm a few years behind you, so. Hey, Damsel's back with us. Hi, Damsel. So where did Cole get to? Chopped means ugly. Ooh, I can't imagine you look ugly with your glasses on, Cole. But yeah, you just gotta pick ones that you feel confident with, Cole. That's what it is. Just you know, if you don't like the ones you got now, maybe grab yourself a different pair. Find something you like the look of. No biggie. Eddie's been told she's going to need glasses if she keeps getting headaches. Yeah, I mean, it's better to have them than get the headaches, I'm going to be honest. I was quite grateful to stop getting my headaches when I was little. I mean, I still got cluster headaches from time to time, but I didn't get like the headaches anywhere near as often because I used to get them very regularly when I was at school and didn't have glasses. Your eyes were fine at my young age. Oh dear. Yeah, but I can't imagine your eyes went from perfectly fine one day to need reading glasses the next. It must have been a slow decline at some point, and then just now you need glasses. What does chap mean? Chap is just another word for man, like geezer or chap or chappy or lad, that sort of thing. But it's more like, it's a bit like a chap. You might be like, do you know Charlie Chaplin at all? I guess that might be where it comes from, because his name was Chaplin. I don't know. I'm making that stuff up. But yeah, it's just the, you know, a chap is just like, you know, like a kind of, I always think of it as quite a dapper kind of like man, I guess. Or like a friendly kind of guy. Someone who's got like a nice demeanour. Hey, Mr. Friend, good to see you. So what's this about going back 5 years ago? Any sense she thinks glasses make people look well, cool. I mean, I don't. There we go. Hey, sorry about that. We had technical difficulties. As usual, I forgot that if we're going to go to a 2-hour stream, I need to actually have this thing charging. And yeah, I started off with like 90% battery, so we did quite well. But yeah, this is the way things go when I'm forgetting what I'm up to. So yeah, my bad. I apologise. He's back. Yes, it did. Yeah, the phone died, and it was being a bit weird about restarting up. Something followed me back from the woods. Oh dear. Yeah, there you go. Mr. Friend got his answer. Yeah, you can keep chatting if the live stream hasn't ended and I've just got disconnected due to technical difficulties. So if you can still chat, you know I'm going to come back. I just need to get the phone on charge, basically. Am I feeling okay? Asks Mr. Friend. I am. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better today than I was yesterday. Yesterday was rough. I'm surprised at how good I feel today. Like I honestly, I thought I'd be absolutely murdered still today. So I'm very surprised by how quickly I've cleared that like nasty infection off and how easily I've bounced back, which I can only put down to how well I'm looking after myself lately, just with what I'm eating, how I'm being like you know, like active and exercising plenty, and I've tried to keep up my cardiovascular sort of exercise a bit more than I have in recent months. I've started to really work on that and get out for like runs and sprints when I haven't been doing sports. Yeah, just been trying to look after myself, and I think it's paid off. To be honest, it's been paid off. Um, yeah, I was really rough yesterday, Mr. Friend. Really rough. Hey, Helen's in. Good evening, Helen. Hope you're well. What's this? Apparently, you can't see or say rough 2 times in a row. I don't know about that. Yep, that is indeed the right thing, Slufferty. Yeah, I mean, you don't get to my age without knowing how to deal with a little bit of a being like a little bit of an illness, whatever it is. You kind of know how to take care of things, especially in my own body, because I know exactly what signs is what. So, I mean, it's definitely just some sort of throat thing. Somewhere in about here, like even now, I can feel it when I swallow. There was some sort of roughness, so I think I got some sort of throat infection. That's all it was. I could have a guess as to a few of the things it could have been, but it'd be guesses. You never know where these things come from, really. I don't think it's ever really clear cut. He's saying you don't smoke or drink, which is also beneficial to the immune system. Yeah, for sure. For sure. What? Are you trying to get me to sound like a dog? Ruff, ruff. Ellie, you're making me laugh. I need to have a swig of drink. I did wonder why blue. I was like, you sound like Gracie then. He's a good doggy. You terrible, you girls. Oh dear. I know what sound Fluffity wants me to make. I if I try to do it off the cuff, I'll probably make a hash of it. I would love a treat. I already had two today. I had two ice creams, but I would love another treat. Oh dear. The second one was really good. He gave me like a special cone, and yeah, filled it up with the normal Mr. Whippy. Earlier I asked him if because he had like clippos and stuff and all that and his sign. I asked him, "Oh, could I get a clippo as well?" Because I was going to bring it in and put it in the freezer, thinking that he'll probably leave quite early, and if I want something in the evening after dinner, I have a little clippo because I can store that in the freezer, and I love a clippo, as any of you know. But he didn't have any because his freezer's busted. Yeah, yeah, the noise the CDS makes. Yeah, exactly, Flufferty. Oh dear. Helen saying 2 weeks ago was laid up for 7 days, couldn't move. I did feel rough. Oh yeah. I mean, I've been very lucky that it only had me for like a little over a day, basically, and that's crazy. Teddy asking when Fluffy's going to visit me. I think it's more of a case of when I'll visit her. To be honest, she's got more on her plate than she's got more than enough on her plate to keep her from wanting to visit a man in a van. Is Ellie finally going to go to bed? Goodbye, Ellie. Good sweet dreams. And yeah, we all love you too. And Mr. Friend is also going to bed. Take care, Mr. Friend. Yeah, I think I'll probably wrap this up now as well. To be honest, I think we've gone for over 2 hours. It's been a good stream, but I need to basically I need to have a shave. I want to trim my hair and I want to have a shower. I don't know if I'm going to do all that today though. Actually, no. I might just have the shower and do it all tomorrow because I'm feeling a little bit like, ugh. But I definitely need to like just wash because it's been like just I need to like feel normal, and a shower will help me feel really normal. Fluffy saying I could be tempted. Well, you were supposed to come and like nurse me back to health last night, and you didn't. So I feel very let down. I'm going to be honest, Fluffy. I was very disappointed. I thought I was going to just have to wait, 2 or 3 hours, have a nice knock on the door, and have somebody there just to like stroke my head and make me feel better. Maybe like just perk up the spirits a bit. But no such luck. Just not loved. But yeah, it's not. You don't need to apologise for that, Rosie. That's not your fault at all. That is that Matt's fault, and we all love you. And there's nothing to be sorry about that. It's been lovely as always, everybody. I have very much appreciated all of you. You know that I love every single one of you, and I will be back tomorrow, probably with even more energy than today, just because I will have, hopefully after a day of work anyway. But for now, as always, have fun.